Let's learn how to freeze mushrooms the right way, ensuring they maintain their amazing taste and texture. The benefits of freezing mushrooms. When it comes to versatile plant foods, mushrooms are a true culinary gem. Not only are they nutrient-rich, but their meaty texture makes them a great addition to various dishes like vegan bacon, tacos, and stews. However, having more mushrooms than you can immediately use isn't uncommon. That's where freezing comes in handy. But it's not as simple as tossing them into the freezer. Let's learn the best practices for freezing mushrooms. Preparing your mushrooms. Before you start freezing, it's crucial to ensure your mushrooms are fresh and in good condition. If they've turned slimy, mushy, or have darkened in color, it's time to let them go. Only choose mushrooms that are firm, blemish-free, and ready for freezing. It's also important not to wait too long to freeze them. Whole fresh mushrooms can last 7 to 10 days in the fridge, while sliced mushrooms hold up for about 4 to 7 days. Make sure to freeze them within this time frame to preserve their freshness. Cleaning mushrooms properly is also key. Instead of washing them in water, which can make them mushy, use a paper towel or a mushroom cleaning brush to remove dirt and debris. The freezing process. Now that your mushrooms are ready, let's dive into the freezing process. Mushrooms have a tendency to absorb moisture, so freezing them without proper preparation can result in a mushy mess when thawed. To maintain flavor and texture, consider cooking them before freezing. There are 2 methods to choose from. The first method is sautéing. This helps reduce the mushroom's water content and preserves their firm texture and earthy flavor. Here's how to do it. Cut mushrooms into slices, quarters, or cubes. Sauté them in a skillet with oil until browned. Let them cool, then transfer to freezer bags, removing excess air before sealing. Date the bags and freeze. Another method is steam blanching, which helps retain flavor and nutrients. Cut mushrooms as desired. Soak them in water with lemon juice for 5 minutes. Steam blanch for a few minutes, then plunge into cold water. Pat them dry, place in a freezer-safe bag, date, and seal. Freeze the mushrooms. Can you freeze raw mushrooms? While it's not recommended due to their potential for becoming mushy, you can still freeze them by slicing and placing them in a freezer-safe bag. Alternative: freezing and storage. Plastic bags aren't a necessity for freezing mushrooms. Feel free to use reusable bags or containers that are freezer-safe and airtight. Preventing freezer burn is crucial. Options like stasher bags or silicone containers like super cubes work well. For those who prefer to flash freeze, spread mushrooms on a baking sheet and freeze for 2 hours. Transfer them to bags after freezing. This method is similar to what we do for freezing berries, shelf life and thawing. Wondering how long frozen mushrooms last? Generally, they're good for 10 to 12 months in the freezer. To thaw, consider your dish. Add frozen mushrooms to fully heated dishes like casseroles or soups. For brief cooking or reheating, thaw them in the fridge first, using frozen mushrooms. Finally, let's talk about how to use those frozen mushrooms. Depending on your recipe, you can use them directly from the freezer or thaw them first. The choice depends on your cooking time and preferences.